chair, you may or may not feel an envelope. Who found an envelope? Oh. Yeah, you got the envelope? You gotta hang on to it. Who's got it? Should be 3 of them. You got one? Candy did? Oh. Okay. Candy.
Come on, they're waiting.
Should be one over there. Oh, Shawna, good. All right, who's got the number 1? It says number 1, 2, or 3. You tape it on too tight? All right, now, inside each one of these envelopes is a Norwegian joke. And the person holding the envelope has to read the joke. Now, in order to be the winner, we are going to rate you. Now, you don't rate the joke because of whether it's funny or not, because that's unfair. It's going to be in the delivery. And I've selected jokes that have a lot of this and that and bell and all that kind of stuff. So, take a moment to read through it. Shawna, is yours number 1? It's on the envelope.
Yeah.
Okay, good. You're gonna read it. Now, if you really are uncomfortable with this, you can give it to somebody else. We're gonna go over there. And then when we get done, we're gonna have a clapping type thing to see who the winner is. You tore it in half.
I'm reading it now. It got stuck on me.
Oh, sorry. That's right. Well, let's stand up. We don't need a rehearsal on this. This is the gal that fixed Lena's hair, you know, at the salon. She had to go to bed early that night. It was such a hard job.
Ripped it too.
Okay, ready? Go ahead. Nice and loud.
Get it together. Okay. Lars and Ole were childhood friends. They hadn't seen each other for nearly 50 years. Ja, Ole, said Lars, I can remember our childhood like it was yesterday. Remember when we would walk to Sunday school together? We would have the teacher read us stories, then we would color in a coloring book, and then we would say the Lord's Prayer. Ole, can you still say the Lord's Prayer? Ja, sure, said Ole. Now I lay me down to sleep.
Number 2. Now this is Pat Cortez. Lena Cortez. Lena, where were you born and raised?
San Antonio, Texas.
San Antonio, Texas. Yeah. Are there many Norwegians down there?
I have no idea.
I didn't think so. All right, we're gonna have a little fun.
Hans called Ole long distance to ask him to loan him $5. I can't hear you, Hans, said Ole. This line must be bad. The operator broke in and said, I can hear him perfectly clear. Well, said Ole, if you can hear him so good, why don't you send him the $5?
We got one more. These should be good. All right, this is one of my favorite jokes here. Not the pulling onto the paper.
Ole was an incurable optimist. No matter what horrible event people would tell him about, Ole would invariably say, well, it could have been worse. One day, 2 of his cronies told Ole about the terrible tragedy that Nels Olsen was killed by Olaf Anderson after Nels had been fooling around with Anderson's wealth twice. Well, it could have been worse. Worse? How could it have been worse? Asked one of the cronies. Well, said Ole, if it had been the night before, it would have been me.
Okay. Now, Shawna was number 1, Pat was number 2, and Candy was number 3. So, clap for number 1. Clap for number 2. And clap for number 3. Right, we have a winner. We have a winner. And I believe that you also get a gift certificate to the Open House Imports in Mount Horeb. So I really think that this concludes it.